peaceful. They live by the law. Okay, wait, hold on. So this is part 2, which is continuing on the New York Holy Stones and the encyclopedia on Wikipedia. But you can look under any encyclopedia. This information will be on there. So they were lawmen. They were lawgivers. And these laws weren't religious. They were there to make you spiritual connect to the Creator and to live prosperous, to live one with the earth, and to create a kingdom, to multiply and to flourish. These things helped you. These things brought order. This was not a religion. This was a law book, an instructional book for the Israelites, for their nation to prosper. Today we look at it as a book directed to the world, when throughout the whole book it says for Israel, for Israel. I'm not trying to take the Creator from anybody, because anybody, not just Israel, can follow the Creator, but we have to wake up, and we have to go back to our nations and realize who we all are. If we ever want to make it, we have to understand who we each are and what had happened to each of us. So this has all the information inside. So when they keep talking about these people, they talk about Anasazi. They keep bringing up the word Anasazi. So when you do research, the Anasazi is recognized in the UN. The Anasazi is recognized as the Negro Native American Indians. So they're talking about us, the Israelites, the Negro, copper color skin, afro haired, full beard Israelite. So here we go. It's recognized under the UN and under the U.S. Department of Interior Bureau of Land Management in Colorado. They're called the Anasazi. Don't worry about this picture they show you, because you know how they whitewash everything. They want to show you the Hittite face and to make you believe that the Hittite Indian was the only Indian, when it's not true. There were the Hittite Indians here, there were us, the Israelites, and there were Africans here. The Africans were the Canaanites that left Africa. Not all of them had took on physical changes because of the leprosy. Some of them still had the dark skin and the facial features of when they were in Africa. So they were here, okay? Canaanites, Israelites, Lot's kids, the Hebrews, Edom, Hittites, Sidonians. I mean, they're Phoenicians. So, I mean, you know what I mean, though. All these people were here. So here's this is Yudah, Anasazi. See how they say Pueblo people, ancestral Pueblo people? That's what they say when they talk about you. They were the ancestors of the modern Pueblo people. Today, about 20 communities living in New Mexico and Arizona. There is extensive literature available about the culture of modern and historic Pueblo people. Sorry, I'm dehydrated. There never was an Anasazi tribe. So it's true, never was a tribe called Anasazi. That's a reference to you, not to a tribe. Or did anyone ever call themselves by that name? Anasazi is the original Navajo word that archaeologists applied to people who farmed the Four Corners before 1300 AD. I don't know if you know this, bro, but we're the farmers of the world. In Hawaii and Mexico, both of my families farmers. The Negro farmed this whole land. We're farmers, man. We farmed the Four Corners before the 1300s. When they talk about Four Corners, they talking about New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, and Ohio or something like that. Those are called the Four Corners. I can pull it up right now. It's called the Four Corners Monument. Four Corners Monument. So Four Corners Monument marks the quadruple point in the southwestern United States where the states of Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah meet. It is the only point in the United States shared by 4 states, leading to its areas being called the Four Corners region. The monument also marks the boundary between the 2 semi-autonomous Native American governments, the Navajo Nation, which maintains the monument as a tourist attraction, and the Ute Mountain Ute tribe reservations, Utah, Utah, Yudah. So this is you, bruh. This is your home. I mean, they tell you that, oh, we named it. Watch this. Oh, excuse me. So, this is Moab, Utah. In the land of Moab in the Bible, and Deuteronomy 32, 34, and in Numbers 33. Moab. Moab attracts a large number of tourists every year, mostly visitors to the nearby Arches and Canyonlands National Park. The town is a popular base for mountain bikers who ride the extended networks of trails, including the Slick Rock Trail. So, you know, they just living it up in your land. And what did they say? When did they name this? Let's find out. 1878. 1878. Yet they say that they found these things in 1860. So they want you to believe that all these things were already named in Hebrew, and the artifacts that they found. But almost 20 years later, they named it the Hebrew names and had nothing to do with Hebrew before. But yet they're European. You gotta see between their lies, you know. What do you do when you're talking to a liar? He always lying to your ass. What do they say? They say, oh, keep him talking. The longer he talks, the more you can see through his lies. The more you read, the more you research, you will be able to see through their lies. Because majority of it are lies. So you go Moab. I'll just do a quick one. Moab, Jericho, Utah. Jericho, Utah. When was you named? When were you named? You don't say. You don't see. Oh yeah, you don't. Alright, so let's go. What else? Canaan Wilderness, Utah. Yeehaw. Canaan Wilderness. Canaan Wilderness. So it's late. Okay, it's late. I should be sleeping right now, but I gotta give this information, man. It's not sitting right with me. I got way too much information not to give it. So Canaan Mountain Wilderness. Why would they fucking name a wilderness a Aztlan area in the Utah, Washington County? Adjacent to Zion National Park, which in the Bible is the Zen Wilderness, and it says it right here. It borders Zion National Park. All right. It's pardon my French. It's Canaan Mountain Wilderness. Come on, people. I mean, this shit, they're just throwing the information at you. Look, established 2009. Ooh, established. Look. (1977) reintroduced. 1915 logging. Dude, this shit is the place in the Bible. Okay, Zion National Park. This is the Zen Wilderness. When was this named? 1919. Oh my goodness. And then trying to say it's a Mukun Tu Weep. I found out that Weep is canyon. Tu means like you or your. And Mukon, I couldn't find anything, but when they pronounce it as Mulon. I put Mulan in the search engine. Not too much things come up under Mulan. The only thing kept coming up was melon. I was like, that was funny. It was like your melanin canyon. It was like, what the hell? Look, I mean, the location is Washington, Kane, and Iron counties of Utah. I mean, come on. Come on, I can go on for days. There's so much locations over here. What is it? Mount Nebo. Mount Nebo, Utah. This is where Moses supposedly is now. See, look, beautiful Mount Nebo. A high peak on Mount Abraham. Mount Nebo Wilderness. It was named after the biblical Mount Nebo. Oh yes, because they just love the biblical Nebo. You know what? These things match perfectly up with the directions of these places in the Bible. So don't let them fool you, man. This is the old Holy Land in America, in the Americas. Alright, so let's move on. You're the Anasazi. And now you'll read shit and you'll see Anasazi. So this is ancientorigins.net. All right. Excuse me. All right. So archaeologists discover hidden architecture of 1,000-year-old village in New Mexico. Buried under 1,000 years of sand and stone. Blue jays and ancient Puebloans. See, now this is what I'm saying. Like, the more information you know, you'll be able to see these. So every time, a lot of times when they're referencing your people, meaning the Hebrew Israelite, they'll say Puebloan, they'll say Anasazi, they'll say Quiche, they'll say Mayan, they'll say Aztec. The commonality about these things is they had afro hair and full beards, facial hair, and copper colored skin. So this is you. Which is only just beginning to reveal its secrets. For more than 4 decades, archaeologists have been gradually revealing the remains of houses, plazas, and other buildings in a construction dating back to the 11th century. But thanks to advancing technology, new information about the settlement has just been brought to light, revealing that the settlement was much larger and more influential than previously thought. The ancient Pueblo peoples, or ancestral Pueblo peoples, were an ancient Native American culture who inhabited southern Utah, northeastern Arizona, northern New Mexico, and southwestern Colorado. They lived in a range of structures including pit houses, pueblos, and cliff dwellings, designed so that they could lift entry ladders during enemy attacks. See, my grandpa them is Native American Afro too, and they lived in cliff dwellings. That's probably why you still got me Afro. They always looking at me like, you're not Negro, man. I don't know. I got all the phenotypes, so you are what you are, man. I don't know. I'm not trying to be anything I'm not. Just trying to be me. Designed so that they could lift entry ladders during enemy attacks, which provided security. Archaeologists refer to one of these cultural groups as the Anasazi. So that's you right there. You know, don't be fooled, because when they talk about Pueblo, obviously they're not just talking about you. They're probably including a couple people, a couple different bloodlines in there. But Anasazi, that's you. Although the term is not preferred by contemporary Pueblo peoples, they are particularly well known for their remarkable cliff houses at Mesa Verde National Park. So here's the cliff houses right here, and you can see how beautiful these things are. It's gorgeous. I'll close you up right here. God, it's cut right out of the wall, just like in Ethiopia, just like the church in Ethiopia. Come on now, the evidence is there, man. I used to have this guy argue with me on Instagram, like, where's the evidence? Stop being manipulated. Stop being manipulated. And I mean, I understand, like, Christianity, Catholic created Jesus and the New Testament, and today they're using the Jesus and New Testament to destroy the Creator and the teachings in the Old Testament. So we have to be aware of their cunningness in all aspects, and we have to reveal the truth. Alright, so let's move on. So here you go, look at this, my God. So this is Chaco Canyon. This is where I wanted to get to later too. So Blue Jay sediment, which is still almost entirely unexcavated. That's the point, that's the problem right here, you know? You know, all of these add up to them not wanting you to know who the hell you are. Look, it says almost entirely unexcavated. You know that in Colorado, or in Utah area, there's 2,000 ancient sites where ancient Indians lived. Only 3 of them have been excavated. I live in Hawaii, where I believe that the ancient Hawaiians' history has been manipulated to hide the fact that they were Israelites. And over here, there's over 10,000 ancient archaeological sites in Hawaii. More than that. And they look at one every 10 to 20 years. You understand that? They're not gonna. They don't want to know the information. And then you got in Hawaii, you got the Bishop Museum. There are Smithsonian, and they work with the Smithsonian. If you just do a little Googling, it'll show that a lot of Hawaii's artifacts is in the Smithsonian and all over, and we're trying to get it back. And every artifact you get proves who they are. You know, in Polynesia, it's called Poly because there's many nations. I understand that, but I'm just talking about the Afro, melanated, bearded descendant of Jacob. Okay? So look at this beautiful, beautiful town. Mesa Verde National Park. It's a Puebloan settlement. This is if you look at the designs, these are like fingerprints, and you can tell who lived where, which ones are yours. So they understand this. That's why they don't want you to know. Look at all of your ancient homes. They made national parks. That way you can't go there and you can't dig. It's a national park. You can't dig it up. That's what they planned. So let's move on. This is getting long. So let's go to this first. So since we was already here, let's just continue. So Chaco Canyon is a famous archaeological area in the American Southwest. It is located in a region known as the Four Corners. So this is another reference to the Four Corners, which I showed you earlier. You know, this is where the states of Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico meet. The region was historically occupied by ancestral Puebloan people, better known as Anasazi. You'll see this name come up. They're not playing. The UN recognizes it. The U.S. Department of Land recognizes you, but nobody recognizes you. You're from Africa or from somewhere, Spain. No. You're from here, man. You're from here. Alright, so let's get into this. So look at here. This is the encyclopedia of it. It's long. Look at this beautiful amphitheater. This is it. This is you, bro. This is you. Come look it up. This is all you, bro. Don't you sit there and you think, frick, there's more to all this, there's more to life, there's more to history. I feel like missing a lot of stuff. You kind of like, you know, and you always, sighing away. So look at this, Anasazi sites in the Southwest. Look, Anasazi, Utah area. Isn't that where the ancient Aztec homeland is? Aztlan? Man, it's all coming together, man. The Aztecs and the Mayans are Israelites. Get it? Get it or get left behind, bro. Look at this bowl. Look reminiscent of a lot of Negro races with full beards. Look at this. Look. Prehistoric stairway. Chaco Kiva detail. Chaco interior wall. Early graffiti. Chaco pictograph. In Hawaii, there's pictographs everywhere. Oh, Hawaii never had a writing system. Oh, what are those pictographs? Oh, nothing. Come on. And then they start telling you your history. Well, how do you find that out? Oh, we were able to read some of the pictographs. What? Oh, don't worry about it. Go and watch football. Go to the next concert. There's a good drinking game. You want to learn it? Get the fuck out of here. So here we go. This is the Bat Creek inscription. So they had this shit. They knew what this was. You know what I mean? This is the story, okay? The story is they found it. They didn't know what it was. So they threw it inside the one. What is this? They threw it in the back room somewhere, and there was a fire, and they had to retrieve it to clean out the fired area, the area that had caught fire. And when they found this, they were like, "Hey, look at this! This is cool." And then one of the more modern, because it wasn't now, it was in '89 or whatever, but one of them at the time were like, "Hey, that looks like Hebrew." They're like, "No way." They're like, "Yeah, when they translated it upside down. This is Hebrew." And they found out that it is actually Hebrew, and it's pertaining to the Israelites. So these guys are just hiding everything from you, man. everything. Look at this near a lake. We were the greatest fishermen. We were the greatest farmers. We farmed the sea. We have rock walls. We had hydroponics. Come on now. And all over the world. That's why they hide your history, because these things connect you to your cousins, your family. Look, the coin of the first Jewish war. Look at the similarities to the back creek. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the writing. That's Hebrew. I'm trying to tell you, man. They're trying to mess with your head. They're gonna crucify me and whoever else comes out with information like this. Oh, the pseudoscience, man. I don't know about you, but this is science. I don't know how much science you want me to get. We'll go to this now, and I'm gonna make it clear for you after this. So this is Michigan artifacts, more Israelite artifacts.
The collection was housed in a building that the LDS Church owns on the west side of the city, and I invited 2 or 3 of my friends to come along with me. 2 of them photographed this. The other main one was Wayne Bates from the Ancient American Magazine, and then his son and daughter was there. The collection had been collected by 2 men, Soper and Savage, and back in the late 1800s and early 1900s. I'd like to tell you up front that the leaders of the LDS Church